Hey,
what's going on?
How's all the Mogwifhats doing today?
The Mogwifhat.
Hold on,
The shit coin to rule them all right now.
I don't know. Bonk's giving that a run too.
Bonk is
Bonk's up 5,000% since I purchased it in May.
Yeah, you did. Your bonk call's great.
Yeah. In fact, it's probably up a little bit more than that. That was yesterday.
Yeah, let's see. Bonk. Well, let's
start where you want to start, Nate.
Starting with the reason we're doing the podcast today is because the end of the month was yesterday, and the Pick-em results are in. Yeah, I guess let me zoom yours in. I'm going to share my screen too here in a minute so we can look at my stuff. So, yeah. So the Pick-em is in. As you can see,
there's actually a big difference between Doc and me there, isn't there?
Yeah, quite a big difference. So again, to remind everybody, like it gets reset. The monthly one gets reset. Did you do the quarterly one yet? Like you updated on that yet?
Yep, it's updated.
So we'll show that here in a second. So it starts back over at the beginning of the month. Whatever your picks are at, it just starts over at $100 basically, saying like, this is what it's going to be at, and whatever your growth was. So like mine, as I can show you here that I did fairly well, was up basically a 4x. So I mean, I'll take it.
You're good at this stuff.
It's good.
We get it.
It's good. So Mog and Whiff were my picks that really crushed it. I traded a couple out this month. I think I'm sitting on Jupe, and I actually pulled out of my Mog a couple days ago.
You did.
I'm going to make a swap as well, actually.
All right.
I'm going to swap Playable out because Playable is taking a shit.
Ooh. I was thinking of swapping into Playable.
So
you should swap out.
It looks a bit scammy to me as well. I don't know.
Scammy? Why?
I tried to get my node rewards and it just kept glitching out. And I still had nothing.
Oh, so they had an announcement about that. So it should be fixed now.
Okay.
So that's the one thing that they do. Like they're literally like, if something's happening, and they're like, hey, this is what we're doing, and they're right on top of it. So usually
that's as deep as I dug. I was like, I let it fail 3 times.
I didn't know you bought a node.
Well, 3 nodes. Yeah. Anyway, I do think I'm going to swap out from Bull to what am I going to swap to? I had it in my head just moments ago. Probably going to put Ondo in there.
Oh yeah, well Ondo's been crushing.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry I'm distracting my wife. It's snowing here, and she's like, should I keep going to tennis? And this, I'm like, you got a Suburban. Drive to tennis. You'll be fine. Stop worrying about it.
Yeah.
You're all right.
I mean, it is snowing quite heavily out south.
Yeah.
Much heavier than it is here. Yeah. Like it was coming down when I left my house.
It's just a little snooze. It's no big deal. It's not sticking.
No, and it's very wet. So when it gets on the road, it just instantly melts. It's still 33 degrees out there, so it's not icy.
Just don't drive like a maniac.
Yeah.
Ondo, right? Was it
Ondo?
O-N-D-O?
O-N-D-O. This is that one that's like the reverse ETF.
Oh yeah, that one's looking pretty, man. Yeah, you talked about this one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Last few times.
Yep. I like it. I like the project, I think.
148% so far. So you're gonna switch off to Ondo.
Yep.
See, I have a different process of what I'm gonna be doing. So.
What are you going to be doing? Are you keeping it secret?
No, I'm not keeping it secret, but I'm gonna switch into something that hasn't pumped like 500% already. So.
I think Ondo's still got quite a lot of legs in it.
It looks great. I'm not denying that at all. It looks very strong. I mean, it hasn't done anything but go up. A little bit of consolidation up. You might see a little because once you get in though, once you switch it, it'll probably consolidate for the month.
Yeah.
And then go up again. So that's fine.
Oh, totally. That's exactly. I know that's what's going to happen. That's how I pick this shit.
I love it. I mean, overall, everybody did great. I mean, Chuck, Blake, Doc. Doc had some interesting picks. He had, did he have Barry to Pixel or Pixel to Barry or something like that?
It's Pixel to, it's going to be Barry to Pixel. And I just told him, I was like, listen, if you want to swap it when it inevitably goes to 0, you can. If you don't, a 30-year pro portfolio is just going to be 0.
Zero.
If you don't.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time winning after that. So,
but as Barry is still crushing it, so is he.
just want to point out how well Jesse is doing.
He is up $2.54.
He's doing.
Leave the man alone.
He's doing really, really good.
Yeah.
Good job, Jesse.
Two stable coins.
I know, 2 stable coins in the best month that we've seen in years in altcoins. I'm gonna pick stable coin. Yeah. So apparently he supposedly just bought a bunch of Pepe, but there's no proof of it. So he's just like, yeah, Pepe's pumping. I bought a bunch of it. Right. Heard that one before.
I'm seeing ER crypto tonight.
Are you? Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna gloat in his face. 2 places above him.
It was you sent it, or no, you posted it a couple days ago. Let me pull it up in the pin messages. It's in here because you posted the full thing a few days ago, and you were pretty high up here. So this was before the end. So it was Doc, ER, Crypto, me.
Yeah,
look at that.
You and Chuck.
In like 4 days. It was like 4 days ago. Was that?
Yeah, because that was the 26th.
Jeez.
He said Chuck W has Mog in his as well. That's why.
Does Chuck have Mog too? I'm assuming so. All
Yes.
the top people have Mog. All the smart people.
Us three all have Mog, and then you had Whiff as well.
Yeah, the Whiff. Nice. It's good, man. Like, so this is just another regular month, so I'm not going to give out anything, and I'm not going to give out. So who's number 2? Chuck. Chuck's going to get himself some NFT coming his way. Chuck's going to have to send me his. Oh no, we have it in the thing. So I'm going to send it. I'll text him.
He's in Mexico right now. He keeps sending me fucking photos and videos.
Because it's what, 80 degrees there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
If I was you, I'd give him like this. He's a hack guy.
I thought I sent out the Vox. Didn't I send out the Vox to
Lasagna?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
No, this is Lasagna's. I got to give that out to him because he won last month.
Okay.
That's my bad, Lasagna. I apologize, Joey. I'm going to get that out to you. This guy needs to go to someone that's going to. I think there's something that happens with it, and I have to ask Crypto Compliant. He's the one that put this in here, but there's some rewards or something that's going to happen from it. So whoever gets that one will be good. I think we'll do the companion. We'll do the companion this month. I'll send that one out. So next month we got the quarterly. Why don't you pull up the quarterly, Blake? Let's see what people are doing if you can. Because quarterly will have. Let's look at this too, actually. Because here's the overall. As of this morning, this is what. So, we'll look at quarterly. He's got the quarterly up, and we'll go back to that in a second. The Zoom. I'll pull it up on my screens here so I can see a little bit. Okay. This is quarterly.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's because it's from this month is the majority of the.
Yeah, I didn't do great last month, so I can see why I'm down in 13th. So I'm gonna try harder this coming month. See if I can.
Interesting. So, essentially quarterly. So the next month is the big prize. So I'm gonna give away I believe a little pudgy is what I thought for the first quarterly one. We've got 2 little pudgies. We've got an Azuki Elemental. It's going to go out. We got Homesteads. Got a couple of those. I mean, this is going to be a big one. The little pudgies are worth 1.5 ETH a piece. So, yeah, I think that one is post that quarterly one in the Discord, Blake.
I will.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they still have access to the.
Yeah, everyone can see it, but.
Yeah, to the Google Doc, but so next month.
I've been checking it on my sheet on my phone, and it looked like it was updated on there, so maybe I put the wrong.
Granted, I didn't get it updated till when I posted something about it, just because I was busy with other stuff. So there hadn't been an update for it for a while, but
we only have a few things going on, so
I
mean, there is that. But overall, so what we did this month as well, in the beginning of the month, is we did a reallocation of funds because everybody deposited either ETH or USDC, and then people voted to put it into other tokens. And so these were some that were thrown out and what was voted on and decided to go with for the community fund that's there.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously WIF, MOG, Doge, Solana, Playable.
Doing quite well, isn't it?
It's doing really well. Well, Mog was actually I put that in there as an extra gift essentially because I won the Pick-em, and I hate paying myself for winning my own contest. I was number 2, sorry. So this is my winnings from that. So I stuck it into the fund here. So Mog obviously is doing really well. But overall, from the start of the month till now, it's a decent little return. 154% overall. WIF is the number 1 for the month, best performer, which is interesting. I thought Mog would have been it, and then Bull is the worst performer, only up 6.15%.
Slacking.
I know, but that's
Horrible.
I'm gonna make it go up by picking it by changing it out of my Pick-em. So I'm immediately going to make it go up by 40%.
I love it.
The reverse Kramer effect, you know.
Yes, the reverse Kramer effect.
Done.
I'm really good at it. Like.
Yeah. So next month will be a fun one with the quarterly. We're gonna give out the little pudgy. It's worth a bit. And then I think I'm excited to see what next month brings. I don't think it's gonna be as good as this month.
I don't know. Might be for me.
Maybe.
I'm confident.
Let's look at some charts, man.
Yeah, I feel like Bitcoin is the
Bitcoin.
What is Bitcoin's price today? Damn. Okay.
Look at this. Just look at this is the all-time high, and look where we're fucking sitting.
I know, but I was so hoping it was going to be 69,420.
I know.
And it was going that way, and there was some math that was actually out on Reddit that was it has risen this amount within the last 4 days, and if it does the exact same amount in the next 4 days, on Friday it will hit 69,420.
Okay, here's what we're gonna put out. Is a standing podcast on the day it's 69,420.
Okay.
We have to cancel all appointments.
Whatever I'm doing, I'll just beeline here.
We'll be right here, 69,420. So we're gonna have it up on. We'll go down to the 5 minute, and we'll be watching it. Hit 69,420.
Yeah, I think it's going to do it. I mean, it's been brushing up against it, coming in the right direction all week.
It's going up. That's what we like. I mean, that's a monster weekly candle, dude. Yeah. I mean, you went from 51 to 6. I think it touched 64.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 64 exactly. This is on Bitstamp though. Coinbase is interesting. What did they hit on Coinbase? 64,100. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw out a theory because I'm kind of changing directions a little bit on my thought process. I saw somebody on Twitter that was posting about what I believe was beforehand what was really going to happen with the ETFs and money coming in and that kind of stuff, which is essentially you got so much damn money, and we're seeing that, right? There's billions. Like right now, BlackRock holds $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, right, in a short time frame. It's the fastest growing, ETF ever in history. So the money's coming into those ETFs. Right now, we're not seeing any really legacy money coming in terms of, when I say legacy, I'm meaning like your big time legacy, like your pension funds, large 401k plans, large businesses, those kind of things. State managed funds, that kind of stuff. We're not seeing that come in yet because they take time. Those guys take,
a lot of them have like multiple board approval type of structures where they have to, no one person can make that decision.
Come summertime, I think we'll start to see some of those being allocated. But regardless, you're seeing a shit ton of money coming in to Bitcoin and those ETFs. My theory,
a lot of those run July to June for their fiscal years.
Is it?
The state does it.
Oh, interesting. You're in Oregon, at least, right?
Yeah.
So my overall arching theory of that was that you're just going to see so much money coming into Bitcoin, it's just going to outperform everything else, all it's included, because it just won't keep up, and that money's not going to be coming out. Which I still think that money is going to stay in there. The ETFs, that money's staying in there for decades, right? Like pension funds don't change stuff that often, unless they have to reallocate it because it's gone up so much. They have to, reallocate into something else. That's about all we're going to see. But I think in reality is right now, everybody's sitting in profit. Everybody that's bought, almost everybody.
And there was a nice little flash crash where everybody had all of those back to all-time high sell orders. They all went and it dropped like $2,000, like in 5 minutes.
So everybody,
it back up.
Almost everybody that's bought is in profit. You're super close. You're not worried right now. You're sitting like, okay, we just got a little bit more to go. So before the ETF was approved, I mean, you can talk about the entirety of the history of Bitcoin is the majority of those holders are, take out Saylor and a few of the, like Tesla and some of those large holders that are out there. They've been around for a long time and they know what the crypto ecosystem is. That's where the money is going to come from in selling Bitcoin, because here in a couple months, you're only mining 450 Bitcoin a day. So the supply is going to be so low. People are going to have a hard time saying no to selling their Bitcoin, especially when it gets up in that 100 grand, that magic $100,000 mark, which I believe it will hit.
They're all going to go to ETH because ETH ETF is going to go
Fucking ETH
well.
sucks so bad.
I hate it.
Now, a lot will go to ETH, some of the big money, and you're seeing it kind of rotate there. You saw it when it kind of first started because of the supposed ETH ETF. I think you're going to see that. But what I think is going to happen is that money from those people that have been holding is going to flow into other tokens, whether it's ETH, whether it's shitcoins, whether it's your top 10, Solana. Your top 25, Solana, obviously. But these guys are taking profits out. They're going to put a bunch in their bank account, but they're going to put stuff they're not going to get out of the crypto market. Yeah. They love this damn thing. Like, oh, let's put 10%, 20%. And that's a lot of money that's going to be doing that. It's going to be pushing. So I think that.
I mean, look at the global market cap on, just in the last, 10 days, $500 billion in value. I mean, obviously that's not money in necessarily, it's rebalancing in value. But
what is the crypto market cap? What's the symbol? I forget. Total.
I don't know what the total. I know Bitcoins I looked today was 1.2 trillion.
So the total, this is the total crypto market cap. It's 2.24 trillion.
So 1.2 of that is Bitcoin.
Yeah. So the majority is still Bitcoin market cap.
CoinGecko has it at 2397.
2397. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always little bits here and there. What are they counting as a market cap?
What are they counting as their total market cap?
Yeah.
I mean, the CoinGecko probably does the top 5,000.
And it's interesting because a lot of them they don't actually look at what's on chain. That was a whole issue with Gala and their stuff that was going on, and a few others. Like they don't.
God, we were almost going to get through a whole podcast without mentioning Gala, but there you go.
Honestly, I'm going to put Gala up on here in the charts because I think Gala is going to actually do well.
Good.
So.
And then I have some charts I want to look at as well.
Yeah, but overall, Bitcoin's still Big Daddy. Still got to watch what it's doing because it's gonna lead the market. At a point in time, we're gonna see, 20-30% dips. Right? We saw one here. I think this was a 20-some-odd% dip. This little guy.
That was the little flash crash thing I was talking about.
It was a 21% dip. Right? We went from 49K down to 38K. I mean, quick one in 3 weeks, in a 3-week time frame, essentially. But we'll see more of those. They're going to come. We're going to see some consolidation times, like in this area. Last year, what is this? May, June, July, through the summertime. I mean, summertime is notoriously a consolidation time frame. So, do we pump all the way into that? I don't think so. Like I always feel like we have to get some sort of pullback because straight up just doesn't feel right. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're always like, it's got to slow down. It's got to slow down, right? But does it?
I mean, it's fascinating to me. You think it's $1.2 trillion worth of value encapsulated in Bitcoin alone, globally.
It's a shit.
Yeah, it passed the ruble.
Insane.
It's a lot. So let's look at this too. So in terms of timing, because this is a cyclical nature, from halvings to all-time highs, right?
Mm-hmm.
357 days, 518 days, 539 days. Now this is crazy. So if this continues to extend out, you would imagine this is going to be a longer halving time frame, right? So the halving coming up in April, 420. What are we going to get? 600?
Yeah. Well,
580. Even if you go, well, let's go 350.
I'd go 600. I think.
Low time frame, you're going from basically a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
To late 2025. That's a long ass time. I just feel like I don't know if my heart can handle up only for that long.
I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be just fine, Nate.
Yeah, it'll be
Just
all right.
distract yourself with shiny things.
I'll be okay.
Like that sweet new truck you put outside.
It's a good one. I got the
I
ZR.
do think it needs slightly bigger wheels on it, though.
Oh, it will. I just flipped over my one from my old truck.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, the tires and wheels. I'll get a little bit bigger, not much. But it's the ZR2.
It's very cool.
Just because I'm off road a lot, so I just need a little something better.
A little extra.
A little extra. It's got a lot of power, dude.
All right, do you want to do some altcoins? I'm so bored of talking about Bitcoin.
Okay. I want to talk about Gala first. I know. 'Cause
Oh, boy.
I don't really have a lot of Bitcoin, and I don't invest in Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Boring. It is. I mean, it's boring, but I got some. First time in a long time. Gala, I think technically.
Wow, look at that chart.
It looks.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
So we're looking at Ichimoku Cloud on the weekly. There's not a lot of time, so that's why you don't have the full cloud base here, because you need more time traded. I've had this basically descending channel on there for a long time, basically, and since I drew it out in December of last year.
Yep.
And this, I was like, okay, scenarios are this. What do we do? And I've been selling my node distributions for a while, even up until 2 weeks ago. I sold my node distributions, but I stopped as we kept going up, and it's basically apparently wants to go the green route. So I'm going to take the little red off and the little yellow off because we look like we want to do the little green route. Now, kind of at the top of that channel, this is great news because one, if this were to have more time in, you're going to look at the way the chart is. The cloud's down here, so we're probably in the cloud in the sense of it. So an edge-to-edge cloud trade over the next 9 to 12 months essentially would put you at 40 cents, 43 cents at the top of the cloud. Not a bad scenario.
It's a great scenario.
I think a lot of people.
What was the all-time high? It was like 62 or something.
69.
69.
87.
Yeah, not a long there.
Yeah, but still it's 87. I think I sold a bunch at 60 and 50, but I mean,
which we all knew was bullshit. I mean, there's no way that the coin itself should be worth 87 cents. That's just
not at the time.
Not ever, I don't think.
Oh, I think there was ideas that it could be. I think if things went, in a different direction, I could definitely.
I mean, what would that put its market cap?
Doesn't matter.
It
One
does
gajillion.
matter.
One gajillion.
It'd be like.
Okay.
It'd be like $5 billion company.
If we're going to talk about market caps, you have to take every single shit coin, any coin. You have to take every stock off of there because stocks are running 21.
If I look at
average like 21x.
That's why I use market cap as value proposition. Does Gala feel like a $5 billion company? No, it fucking doesn't.
Well, now, no, I totally agree.
I don't think it ever did.
I said it in GB1, like I can't remember who I told.
$2 billion at one point.
I said if they can pull this off, if they can pull off the games and they deliver the games and they deliver music like they said they were going to do, like if they actually did that, it was the first $1 trillion shitcoin that you're going to see. That's what I said.
They would need to pull off reps social.
I think they could have done it with music and with the games. I don't know about film, but music, games, I think they could have done it.
I definitely don't think so.
But we're not there. We're here.
No.
We're here now, and there's sentiment shifting. They're moving into layer one, like they want to be the layer one. Things are kind of looking in the direction. I think technically, it's showing promise. They have a halving coming up if they don't burn more.
Don't get me wrong. I think that this is the right trajectory for the ecosystem. It should be going up like this.
Oh, look at Chuck wants to get on because he's winning now.
Yeah, that's different Chuck, isn't it?
NFT Chuck, maybe.
Yeah, you're thinking of Chuck W.
Yeah, is he not listening? I don't know.
He's in Mexico.
They're YouTube guys. I can't tell. They got different names. Why don't you make your same name as your Discord handle? NFT Chuck, although he is the same name as his Twitter handle.
It says Gala at 43 cents.
Yeah, heard it here first. Yeah, sure. I'll call it. In
Really?
the next 12 months?
What did you
I don't
do in
know.
the predictions?
I don't know. I don't think I did. I think my prediction was like 20 some
Blake has
cents.
it. He's looking it up right now. He's looking to see what you predicted.
Hi. What do you want me to look up?
If Dan's listening, he knows. He
Was
put
it
all
Dan?
yeah, Dan put all my predictions on there.
What Nate's prediction for Gala was?
Oh, I don't have them.
No.
Dan sent them to me the other day, so I should have them somewhere so I could like pull them up. But I don't know.
We really need to pull them
Doesn't
in
matter.
December 2024.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, then we'll know. And Dan has me covered. He's got them all, so I don't have to remember them. It's good. But yeah, I think why not? Like
So you can get 10x from here, essentially, coming close to a 10x.
I think there's a high likelihood that it could, for sure. Let's look at Mog real quick.
Okay.
Again, this is weekly, but Mog. I mean, it's just these are fib lines that I drew out. So my next.
How come you're getting cloud stuff in on Mog?
I'm on the daily.
Okay.
If I go to the weekly, you're not seeing it on there at all. So the daily, you can see it. This is my next. I took half out of my Mog. I mean, we bought in way back here, so doing okay. Took half out, letting the rest ride. This is my next take profit. I'll take some more off and then just let the rest go to infinity through the bull run and then see what happens.
At some point, it'll just make itself obvious to you when you need to sell the rest of it.
Yeah, I
got a question for you. How do you? I know we've talked about it before, but it's been a while and I forgot. And I think it's an interesting thing. Actually, let me throw up a banner real quick. How do you draw your fib lines? Where are you tracing your points to?
Take this little dot here and I draw circles. And then I close my eyes.
Yep.
And wherever I end, that's where it's at.
Love it.
So, yep, that's the magic. I hope you guys like that. High to low, low to high. So you take your local high and local low. Essentially, it'll kind of give you an area that it's going to probably show some reaction. Bots are trading on fib lines. It's just there.
Got it.
So that's really the easiest way to do it. You can do the low to high as well. It'll kind of give you that same scenario. You can see that it's lining up in the 168. So the fib lines will give you the idea of where there's a potential stopping point. And so I just set that as a take profit for myself. So makes it easier for me instead of holding on forever. So Kata Inu. Oh, somebody else was talking about Katana Inu. Can't remember who it was. Let's see. Shib and now Pepe integration into the game. I see them participating in spaces with Mog, Chuki, and other upcoming main coins. Games look solid. Huh, okay. Katana Inu, huh? Interesting. What are some of the ones that you want to look at?
Ajax. I have it in the Pick-em, and it's doing quite well. And I'd love to know how much well it's going to go for me.
Katana Inu, though, looks really, really delicious. I might buy in on this. Just
make a note of that.
Just want to show this is like a cup and handle. You get the high and the low, but this didn't go as far down as it should. Stop it! Stop that! In that area, you're at the all-time high. Breakout. Let's do a fun little fib. Sometimes I hate that. I might have to jump in on this guy. I might buy a little bit of this. Thanks for the look at it, Mice. $40 million market cap. All right.
That's rug pull territory.
True, it really is. I'll dive into the whole ecosystem a little bit, see what they got going on. All right, so what did you say?
DYOR.
DYOR, is that DYOR?
You still say that?
I know.
That's so.
It is a ticker. DYOR and WETH.
Yeah.
Oof.
Somebody did not do their research. That's some low liquidity.
Did not.
What do you got?
Ajax.
Spell
AGIX.
AGIX.
Yeah.
It's up a lot.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I'm not buying this one.
Well, this is one I talked about. We talked about Fetch and this a lot.
Is this an AI token?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we should definitely do FET as well.
Okay, so look, I just did their fib level here, and you can see another reaction, in that area. So, I mean, looks good, at least for another move up to the $1.20. Your next after that is 440. So, why not?
Lovely.
I'm assuming you have some of that.
I do have some of that. I also have it in the Pick-em.
Oh, okay.
So I picked that at the beginning of the year. Ajax and FET was the other one.
Oh yeah, Fed. More AIs.
Ocean Prime and Stacks.
Oh my gosh, are we on an AI tear again? Is that what's happening? Am I missing?
Yeah.
Am I missing the AI tear again?
Yeah.
That's weird. Fed Dino token. Yeah, I mean, shit, all-time highs. $1.70. It's blue sky from here, ladies and gentlemen. Just let it roll.
Yeah.
Take some profits.
I love the fact it's been around for a bit, didn't get rug pulled, so a little confidence.
270 would be my first TP. Take profit if I was looking at it. I mean, it's decent consolidation. Again, you got to have a similar, like, kind of cup handle, broke above it, retested it, moved above. Now we're in the all-time highs. Looks solid to me. I like it.
You always liked it.
Yeah, I mean, what they're doing anyway. They have an actually decent project. So
then render, RNDR.
Have we talked about this one before?
No, these are the ones my buddy in England sent me.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about last night.
Oh, is that your accent? Is that English?
Yeah.
That was Australian.
No, I'm English.
I mean, such a dick. Sorry. I'm not that funny. I make myself laugh though sometimes.
We're all laughing at you rather than with you.
It's fine. You just don't tell me that, and I'll feel good about myself. I mean, you're right. You're right at the old all-time high. So you're waiting for that breakout above there, and it's blue sky growth from there. $7. I mean, it looks good. Like everything that we're looking at right now.
All looks good because we're in a ball.
There's so much money that's just going to come in. It's just picking which one you think is going to do the best. Ride that horse. Take some profits along the way. Somebody tell me what the shittiest chart is out there. Actually, I know the shittiest chart.
I wanted to look at on the.
Here's the shittiest chart for you.
Zcash
versus Bitcoin.
Wow.
Remember we went to that conference in Portland in like 2016, and it was that Zcash had a whole.
Yep.
Was it 16 or 17? No, it's 17. But they had the whole Zcash presentations. And I mean, it was great. Like it was like, yeah, security. Like, get it totally. It sounded fantastic. There's so many people on board with that thing. It does not look good. Oh, Dan, network spirituality. I don't think it's on my trading view. Oh, it is. I wonder if this is the right one.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks pretty close to it, huh, Dan? I might have lost Dan like a couple $100 in this one. It's okay. He's doing okay.
Following on from that, you've actually Wen and Jupe are both up quite a bit. They're coming back from
they're doing well.
The dead.
I did not discount them. It's a lot of times those tokens when they first get launched, it's tough. You got all those sellers from the airdrops.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You get your consolidation. It's up only from here. I'm not even going to do this. You got a fib level here, but honestly, I think when you look at what this could potentially do, it's going to be. Jupe is amazing. Jupe's the best. Like I love their perp swaps. It's fantastic. Wen I think is probably all-time highs or close. Oh, they're above it from when they dropped.
Yep.
That looks pretty good. Yeah, meme token.
Yep.
All right, what's the other one?
Ocean.
Oh yeah, that's an old school one.
Yeah. Ocean Protocol. Forever.
Yeah. Forever. It's going to be
Forever.
It's a laggard, right? So when we look at the other tokens themselves, they're either all-time high or they're consolidating, moving elsewhere. Right? This one is kind of still in the middle of the road. High resistance. Look at all these wicks right here.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine there's a shit ton of resistance in this area that's going to push it back down from there. Again, all-time high. People selling. I'm going to try to get back to the all-time high. It's going to probably do the same thing here. At least for a little bit, consolidate, and then once you break through that, that's your trade, right? If you're not in yet, your trade is to watch this kind of maneuver underneath this support zone and then break above it.
Okay.
Take that trade. That would be for me. That's what I would do.
All right.
Smiling monster.
Advice, but that's what you would do.
That's what I would do.
All right, two more. Prime.
Prime.
Yeah. I'm doing this for my buddy in England who's in a crypto group. And he just did.
Prime's just up only, dude. Like there's no two ways about it.
All right. What does Prime do? I'm not aware of it.
I don't know. I've heard of it before, but I'm not 100% sure.
It's only been around for less than a year, right? Launched in March.
Yeah, March of last year. And again, you airdrops, dips, consolidates, move up. This is what I would imagine you look at like your jupe.
Yeah.
Your jupe's going to do.
Wen's
Wen's already doing it. You know, it has that same structure. Consolidation, move, dip, move, dip.
And then the last one was Stacks, STX.
Oh yeah, Stacks. So Stacks is the Bitcoin, isn't it the chain for, what is it? It's a Bitcoin, of course, I can't think of the word.
Echelon Prime Foundation, Web3 ecosystem advancing next generation gaming. So Prime is gaming.
Prime's gaming, yeah.
Prime's gaming.
Stacks is on the Bitcoin network, right? Isn't it where you can stack came from stacking sats, and now you can like mint ordinals through it and shit like that, I think.
Which is probably why it's going. Yeah, deleting Bitcoin LT for smart contracts, absolutely fine.
Stacks is in a very nice spot for a trade if you're looking for a trade. Getting ready to break all-time highs. Probably going to see some resistance in this first one, but I mean, $9, not out of the question over the next little bit, like hour or two to probably get there.
Well, my buddy Seb in England said that he just he got back to where he was in Bull Run, and then he reorganized his portfolio and has just got those 5: FET, Render, Ocean, Prime, and Stacks.
I think all the good outside of Ocean was still just kind of sitting in that consolidation side for me. Like I think it's a solid. And again, I mean, you really can't go wrong. Like even when you look at, I'm going to go back to Gala just because I was not a huge fan of how they were like, they have to sell to.
Yeah.
And they're selling. They have 50% of the actual allocation of tokens that are getting sold every month. Like pushing down on the whole deal, but. There's a few things that they're building internally that I think are going to help them out, and also technically, which a lot of this stuff is built on. A lot of people come in off of technicals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. So, but
where are they sitting in the rank?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because there was another one that I found, Ergo, which is like 330, ranked 330th, but it has a lot of Reddit chatter. They call themselves Ergonauts.
Gala's number 75. So that's
okay.
Good. You said Ergo?
Ergo, yeah.
ERGO? Ergonauts? Is it just ERG?
Yep. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. That's that. Ergonauts. How you guys doing today? Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is similar in that same sense. A lot of pushback. A lot of these ones that were they made it through the bull run or were earlier in the bull run. They had a lot of sellers throughout that time frame. But this is, it's moving in the right direction out of here. Off the bottom, you kind of almost have this long inverse head and shoulders pattern here. But there's so much that it has to get through here. This is why I don't think coins like this. That sounded weird.
That's right.
You still hear us, Blake?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I can't hear.
Oh.
Yeah. You got to plug it in. Somehow I got pushed out. Like, hey, I can't hear nothing. What are you talking about?
No, I got really worried about you there for a second, by the way, as well. I was like, oh shit.
I can't hear you.
What's happening to me?
But a lot of these they have,
Hey, look, Dan's on.
Dan is on. But I want to point this out here.
We want him. What did you predict Gala at the end of
Gala, what was my prediction for Gala, Dan, at the end of the year? But this, it has to get through all of this to get back to all-time highs.
Yeah.
So people that are holding these tokens, let me give you a classic one. XRP. People love XRP.
I was going to say XRP.
Right? Like this is, sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, wait, where are we at? XRP has a chance, but in reality, they went through this scenario last bull run, right? So this was their first bull run in 2018. They dipped. They couldn't quite make it back. This is what I think a lot of these tokens that are like that, like Gala, like the one we were just looking at, they will probably get close, but they won't make it all the way back because there's so many people that are just going to sell and take profits because they're going to see all this other shit going up hundreds, thousands of %, and they're going to be sitting on theirs that it is going up, but they're not back to what they had lost, you know? So I think we see a similar pattern in this. It'll kind of come up and then back down. Now XRP, you know, it's gone through that consolidation. This might be a decent area for it to finally get to $589.
$589. Yeah, there was some dude bitching about it on Reddit this morning. He was like, we've only 2x'd and ETH is 10x'd and blah, blah, blah. But it's interesting because there's a trade there, right? If you notice, when you get resistance at 180.
Oh yeah, right in this area. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I think there's definitely. I think you're going to see a lot of resistance. This whole bit here, right, is gonna hold it back. But once you break above, then you're going to have this trade from probably about 90 cents to 180, a nice little double, and then it's kind of waiting for it to consolidate underneath this, and then it's game on. That's when XRP and the XRP army are going to be happy. NFT Chuck wants to see Pepe, because apparently Pepe.
And then I want to see WIF.
I got a question for Michael real quick. When you're doing your shitcoin trading, are you doing it on a DEX and just eating the gas fees, or are you doing it on an exchange?
Depends. Depends on where it's available. Like, for example, Ergo is a shitcoin that I'm looking at potentially purchasing, but it's only available on Sexes. Sex? Do we call it
Sex? Yeah, you can.
Kex.
Sex.
Centralized exchanges. It doesn't seem to have any pairs on a DEX I can find. More often than not, yes, I'm doing it on a DEX.
Pepe has had a run.
I had to buy Bonk on xt.com, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Because it was way.
Yeah.
I did it.
Oh, you did a long time ago.
Yeah, May last year.
I mean, Pepe, that's a weekly candle for you right there. That's beautiful. You know, back at its all-time highs where it was able to hit. You know, this is one of those ones that.
And there is so much chatter about Pepe on Reddit.
But doesn't that mean it's the end of the cycle for it if it's already being talked about on Reddit?
Or
is that the old way?
No, that's the Bogdanov you're thinking of. So
the minute I see a picture of a Bogdanov with a Pepe mask on it, and it's out. It's done.
It's out.
Yeah. Now I've said it out loud. It will definitely happen this afternoon.
I saw Bogdanovs that were pump it, not dump it.
This that's the beginning of their whole cycle.
I know. But there's going to be.
Dan says he doesn't have the dollar number.
Dan. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that episode. I'll figure that out. Ben Cohen. Why do I know that name?
Ben Cohen. No.
Who dat?
Yeah.
Who dis? New phone.
Zero context.
What was the other one you want to see? WIF?
Well, I want to see WIF because I want to know what I have to contend with in the month of.
Oh, that's a beaut. That's a beaut, dude. I'm going to go on a daily just so I get a little more trading action. As we can see, it's, again, kind of stopped there for a little bit.
Do the same there.
I think I'm just going to kind of hold it until we get to that next 190 level. But in reality, this thing, I mean, it's not out of the question this is going to go to $100 probably by the end of the month. Just kidding.
You need to make that. This is not financial advice. Much bigger.
No, I think, but it's. I mean, it's strong.
Cohen social risk metric video is worth a watch.
He shows that social media engagement around crypto hasn't increased to anywhere near past levels yet. He aggregates tons of great data. Okay, thanks, man.
Well, and that's super useful information.
Oh yeah,
and I would say that I do agree with that, but I do also think that it is climbing.
We talked about having that indicator forever.
I've just seen it come up quite a bit on Reddit.
I want the indicator that shows the Reddit, the Twitter indicator showing, hey, this is the token. There used to be a site actually that had that on there.
You know what I'm talking about. At one time,
it was back when you first got hired on, dude. That was a long time ago.
I know exactly. I can see it in my head.
I'm a total Reddit head, so I'm on Reddit all day long. And I'll say that in the last week to 10 days, the number of crypto, I mean, I'm on all the subreddits, so obviously I get it, but they've been really, really quiet for months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they have had a little uptick in terms of engagement. So
I'd
it
love to see-
is coming, and I think that's super useful. So
I would love to see an actual chart of actual engagement in like on what like so you'll have Twitter, Reddit, positive or negative, what that looks like. 'Cause that's huge. Yeah, I like Whiff looks good. I'm holding on to Whiff. I'm gonna hold on to my mock. Well, no, in the Pick-em I sold it, but I still have half of my personal mock. But I'll probably sell more of it up here. We looked at Jupe. Anything else out there?
ID.
It's getting sold right here, which is interesting when everything else is not. It's an interesting chart though. Like, I mean, it's above this consolidation here. You have your new consolidation, which is right below this little bit of action over here. But there's nothing much else. What does this do? It's just it's on Twitter.
It's been around for
since April.
Yeah, it says it has something to do with Pongcoin, I think.
Oh shit.
Or it's called Pongcoin.
Did you stake your Pongcoin? Okay, so
I did stake some stuff. Yeah, I actually did get in and stake some stuff. Actually, I staked a bunch of Jupe on JLP.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ton of people are always. I mean, why fib levels? I mean, I just went high to low again, right? And you can see there's just
right.
It's not perfect, but it shows reaction areas that, like, if you want to take profits, like, they're good areas to kind of look for, right? And
it's a rough guide. It's not going to tell you exactly. Yeah. I mean,
and then the reverse side, it gives you decent areas of where to buy back in. You can see it, had a reaction down in the golden zone here. So in reality, I mean, this is a $3 token. Minimum.
The greatest podcast of all time, by the way. I just want to say, I just love it. It's so fun. I really needed that lift today.
Dude, everything is up so much. It's ridiculous. It's going to be
Doom 2 this evening.
Nice. That's good.
It's going to be a great Friday.
I like the books a lot better than the movies, but the movies were good. They were decent. So there's so much. Okay. We're at the beginning of this and everybody's excited and nobody's here yet. Like, retail's not here. They're not even close. Like,
right.
A lot of people talk about when you see Coinbase at number 1, right? That's when you need to start to sell because that's when retail gets in and that's when it's time to dump. I don't disagree with that at all. But I do think that this time is going to be a little crazier than normal. When you start seeing Bitcoin get to 100K or above and it just starts to get frothy, shit just might really go nuts. So
great.
I mean, I'm excited. Or it could all go to zero. Take your own risk and do your own research. Could go to zero tomorrow.
There's a coin for that.
DYOR. There's a coin for that.
There's a coin for fucking everything. What would be interesting, and we're talking about market cap again, is like what is the top? Where is the top of the market based on the global market cap? And if you ask me, it's probably in around that 4.7.
So that's just a double. You mean for Bitcoin alone?
No, I mean for global market cap on, and yes, we've already talked that there are different definitions of global market cap for crypto, but I mean I would start to get real anxious as it hits the 4 mark.
That'd be interesting.
That's going to retrace pretty hard on that.
I can see that. This is total 3.
Because then you're in that oversold mark, right? There's just too much money in.
This looks beautiful, by the way. This is total market cap, so it's total 3, which is everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're too big. You're too big. This is a nice pattern here. This looks really nice.
And you think that's the gaming tokens leading the charge?
And AI.
AI, gaming, throw a dart at the board and just be rich.
Fair enough. Fuck it, fair enough.
My eyes are just tracing that this is not financial advice.
Oh, yeah.
As you're saying,
I'm just going to leave it.
I think there's a couple of industries that haven't necessarily engaged yet. Medical is one of them as well. I think we should.
That's going to be a tough nut to crack, dude.
They're so slow to move already. I see it being.
But I do think that they are relevant in the future.
For sure. Like in terms of just from like a database standpoint of like medical records.
There are a million different applications I can think of, especially around medical AI. But then there's also insurance, for example. Insurance, and you're an insurance guy. You were an insurance guy.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. I think insurance tokens are absolutely coming.
Yeah, I think there's definitely plays for all of that stuff there. I mean, the medical industry, with you integrate, any kind of like a blockchain for, securing your own digital identity and healthcare records, along with some AI to analyze all of the data with healthcare. I mean, it's a game changer.
Yep.
It's a game changer. So,
and I'm really looking, that's a 5-year forecast. It's like, we'll get through this bull run, and then there'll be a bear market, there'll be a bunch of innovation that occurs, and that next bull run is going to include medical and insurance tokens.
Crypto compliant.
You can talk.
Let me see if I can. It says, are we really 50% allocated in Mogwifhat? Well, WigHat. It's actually WigHat, but WigHat works. Maybe that's our new shitcoin.
Yeah,
or
fast follow shitcoins.
Or are my eyes deceiving me? I'd probably reduce the meme holdings to lower allocations, but I'm boring and also highly unlikely to go to win. So defer to you guys. The reason that we're at that high is because in the beginning, these were all evenly allocated. Outside of Mog, which was just, I just deposited $5 billion in there because that was what was won. But everything else was allocated evenly across the board. Mogwifhat just did so good, it crushed it.
Yeah. 227%.
Yeah, and so it's not 50, but it's 40%. And yeah, I mean, reallocating, you want to do a reallocation and kind of make everything else go to 25-ish% or 50, where we're at.
I think taking some profits, so to speak, from this month is not necessarily an insane thing to do if by reallocating into things that aren't peaking.
There's no limit on the number of tokens that we can put in this, right? So take half the profit.
Take half it out of there and throw it in
something else.
Shit, we could totally do that. I think we'll put it out to the Discord. I just want to point out this beauty here. Doge is about to go ballistic. Now, I don't think it's going to be today or tomorrow. I think, again, you can see where I've already pre-drawn this resistance that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's already climbed up this line. This is what happened the last time we boosted off this line. So let's do a fun little experiment, shall we? These are fun little things I like to do, and 90% of the time it never works out correctly. 60% of the time it works every time. So
I was just saying it.
Sex.
60% sex.
Why is this not doing that? Sex panther.
60% of the time it works 100% of the time.
It's not working for me. Stupid trading view. Give me my stuff. But if it would work, it would give me a. It's not coming off.
He's in the wrong tool.
Yes. Thank you. Welcome. I am using the wrong tool because I'm an idiot. I want. There we go. Thank you, Michael. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I hit him.
There we go. So let's say this is a little resistance, and this is what we do here. Doge to $4.
Holy shit. All right.
There you go. I own Doge.
Pick-em owns Doge.
The Pick-em owns Doge. I think you see a pretty decent idea of what I think could happen. This is some massive consolidation. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
coiling like a cobra. Sex cobra.
So this ran, if you remember, alongside with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So Bitcoin did its mass run, and Doge just did it went crazy. It was amazing. But this consolidation. Move forward, have some fun. I mean, it makes sense. This might be a little lower. Kind of come into this range here, or consolidate a little bit more. So
yeah,
let's be more. Okay, $1.60.
$1.60 mid-year.
10x from here. 10x from here. Sure, I'll take it.
I'm gonna buy some Doge. I've actually never really held Doge.
See, Dan, what tool did I use to get that? It is the bars pattern on TradingView on the left side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anything else?
Are we calling it?
We're close to an hour. Any other
Time
tokens?
for one more token. Oh, Dude World.
Oh yeah.
WLD.
Well, then I'm going to do one for crypto compliant too. Oh, it's pretty good. Well, it's going to consolidate here, like a good little spot. Should we see what we're going to get?
Isn't he being sued by
Everybody?
who did I read that's suing him? Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah, is suing
Why?
him. Something to do with the connections to Microsoft. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Again, I skim read it this morning, half the way.
It looks okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's doing some nice consolidations. Had a run up. I mean, everybody wants to scan their eyeballs. Why not? Alluvium, ILV. That's a good one. I have some alluvium land that I need to sell. Who wants to buy it? Although I actually tried to list it, but for some reason the IMX, the whole link deal with them trying to, I'm just not a fan of IMX, man. Immutable X. So again, this is one of those tokens I was talking about before.
Some IMX.
Alluvium.
I wasn't aware I had IMX until very recently when I found a wallet that had a bunch of IMX in it.
Okay, so this looks exactly very similar to Gala, right? This is another one of those ones where it's got to get through a shit ton of these people that are holding for days and days and days, right? So, but you're in the cloud, you're about ready to get a TK cross, your edge to edge trade is a, 7x, 730%. Yeah, why not? Looks fairly decent. This is definitely probably the worst zone. This one looks like it will move through here faster than what like Gala would. Gala was a little slower down. This is a faster down. Usually a faster down, you might see a little faster up too, more like the V pattern. So this might come a little sooner rather than later. Once you break this little area. So yeah, Alluvium has a whole lot of hardcore holders. I have been holding some Alluvium land, but I keep forgetting about it. I probably need to just sell it and put it into bonk.
I don't want to buy it.
Maybe.
Last one is Kudos.
This is the one before last because I got to do one for crypto compliant.
I thought that
Is it CUO or KUO?
CUDOS.
Kudos.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right at the tip top. Time to sell.
Time to sell. All right.
Time to sell.
Doing it. If I can remember where it is.
All right. Crypto compliant, this is for you. This is the coin that I think we should probably put in to the Pick-em. Is USDC. I think it's safe enough, and we'll probably be okay with this one. I think we'll be all right, and we'll put that up as well. So, just kidding. Sorry, I'm a dick. Anyways, anything else? Nothing? Good? It's going to be a fun month next month. I don't know if we get the growth that we did before, but look at that. This is weekly. The cloud turned green. This is pretty. Game on, suckers. Game on. Let's do a little bar pattern. No, let's not. We know what the overall. We're looking $420,069.
Okay.
I know that's my pick for the top, not the year.
Yeah.
The top. So.
All
right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Once it's not snowing outside.
I don't know. We'll go find out.
Okay. Good.
Sweet.
Peace out, everyone.
Take care.